So tell me, are we really in a crisis at present? Because the narrative the media is punching out is about how expensive things are. From fresh fruit and veg, to a good cut of meat, to a beer at the pub, and even down to toilet paper as well. But let's face it, despite the cost of living, it remains popular. The alternative, not so much, but it does have a value add. It costs you nothing, and you're dead for a fucking long time. See, I'm from Rockhampton, and it's still a popular place to live, even though the rent has gone up and grocery prices are brutal, plus there's an ice epidemic. Surprisingly, the locals are not fighting over toilet paper. Not yet, but they could. So here's my perception for how society's tracking post-COVID. Right, if things actually fell apart, you wouldn't see riots in Rocky. Early Saturday morning is when the entertainment starts. 3 a.m, you're likely to see that one crackhead tweaking along the riverbank, no shoes, no shirt, thinking he's living his best life, all while pushing a trolley full of Quilton 9-packs. At 4 a.m, the same crackhead entertains their local cycling group by fighting them off underneath a streetlight. So the moth wins, it flies off undefeated. Meanwhile, the crackhead is left unaware he's shadowboxing his hallucinations. Despair sets in, and he's sniffing the air like a bloodhound. He's chasing his next fix. 5 a.m, he's at a bus stop, scrounging for ciggy butts, and he ends up smoking the hash button off his phone. The munchies set in, and at 6 a.m, he's in the East Street Mall, fighting a crow and a bin chicken for a manky, half-eaten, possibly regurgitated Subway 6-inch. But all three are outsmarted by Steven Seagal, who swoops in and picks up the prize. Now by 7 a.m, he's surrounded by 3 aptly dressed community warriors from some religious group trying to turn him to God and off the drugs. Yeah, like, fuck, good luck with that. He's already having conversations no one else can hear. By 8 a.m, he's knocking on Ayod's door. He's hoping to get a dose of Suboxone. He doesn't have an opioid addiction. He's stimulated by rumours on the crack vine. 8:30, he's in lockup for his usual 8-hour recovery sleep. 4:20, you exit the watch house with a stolen Quilton toilet roll. Rinse, wipe, cycle, repeat, all while burning another hash button. See, the thing is, you can't give these crackheads ideas. I knew of a dealer once up there. Reckoned he had the brilliant disguise. So he'd dress up as a Jehovah's Witness, put on his $12 pseudo Akubra from Kmart, and then visit his customers' homes with an armful of stolen motel Bibles. But it backfired big time. The cops got suspicious when they noticed people were actually letting him in. So yeah, the media keeps saying everything's getting more expensive, and they're right. Rent's up, groceries are brutal, everyone's stressed, there's an ice epidemic, prices are cooked, the ice is cooked and cut, but still no one's fighting over toilet paper. Yet. So, that's how I measure society today, by toilet paper. Because I lived through 2020, like most of us. I've seen neighbours turn feral over a 4-pack of Quilton. But so long as people are calm, as long as the shelves are stocked, we'll all be okay. Much better than 2020. So there you have it. That's Rockhampton. This is the place they call the beef capital of Australia. Now you'd swear you're on acid with the number of bull statues they got. They're everywhere, rooftops, roundabouts, even Macca's car parks. And they got them bolted down by the testicles. Yep, scrotum pinned with 6mm rebar rods to stop people stealing the bull's balls. Yep, not the bulls, his balls. So imagine explaining that in court. But Your Honour, I was only after his nuts. Now if you're game, you can drive down Fitzroy Street with the window open. It's here, you'll cop a lungful of cow poo as the cattle trucks rumble across the coffee-coloured Fitzroy. That river's so murky and croc-infested it looks like iced coffee brewed at the Capricornia Correctional Centre. And then there's the dump on Lake Creek Road. When the southerly wind kicks in, it sprays the suburb of Bersica with a bouquet of cow pheromones and bin chicken shit. Crackheads go wild, sniffing the breeze again to narrow down the location of the nearest cookhouse, but to no avail, because it's not meth, it's methane, the only gas in town doing real damage with council approval, while wiping its ass with Quilton and calling it infrastructure. Have a good day.